What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track here. You can probably tell I got the bad voice. I was at a wedding this weekend in Nashville. A lot of screaming, a lot of yelling, a lot of singing along to some great songs. I still don't have the voice back. This is recording this on Monday. It'll drop on Tuesday. But I definitely am ready. I've got the brains ready for a great weekend. Best bets and drivers to watch for at Sonoma Raceway for what is this called? The Toyota Save Mart 350. So Sonoma, one of the better, I would say, road courses. There's been some good battles over the years. Usually from what I've looked at, it's the big names that are winning this thing. So that has plays into a lot of what I'm thinking for this weekend. But at the same time, there are some big names that I'll be fading this week. I'm not buying into their hype at all. So with that, let's get right into it. Again, this Sunday, they will be in wine country, Sonoma, California, for the Toyota Save Mart 350. And what I want to do is I want to first start out with the people that I am selling. I am not buying into their hype. I don't think they're going to perform well this weekend. And two of them are very big names. So the first guy that I think you should definitely shy away from is Ross Chastain. So Ross Chastain got his first career win earlier this year at Circuit of the Americas. He was pretty good on the road courses last year. But the reason that I am shying away from Ross is due to last weekend's kind of problem that he ran into, which quite literally he ran into a couple drivers on the track out there. He ran into Denny Hamlin, he ran into Chase Elliott, and then he kind of did some other aggressive moves on other guys. And he actually then apologized, took, the, I guess you could say took the high road and basically was like, I apologize. This is not how I should drive. I need to continue to be better. I need to improve on that thing. That's unacceptable. So with that, I feel like with the interview that Denny Hamlin gave, Denny's definitely still upset. Chase Elliott did try to put him into the wall, didn't really work. So I assume Chase Elliott is still upset at him. And I just feel like the response from Ross Chastain, I actually would have liked it more if Ross said, hey, I'm an aggressive driver. That's what I do. I apologize that, I ran into those guys, but I'm never going to change the way I race. He didn't really say that. He was more of, I need to change what I'm doing. I need to shy away from that style almost. And I didn't like that. So to me, I feel like Ross is going to be in his own head. Road course racing, very aggressive style of racing, door to door on turns. You're kind of racing in a cluster most of the time. After the first, I would say 5 laps, sure, it splits up. But it's you're racing door to door. You're bumping guys out of the way. That's what road course racing is. That's why a lot of people enjoy watching road course racing on top of the skill that, goes along with it. But for me, like I said, I think with that, Ross Chastain is going to be in his own head a little bit. I think he's going to race, a lot less aggressive than he normally does. And I think that's going to pay dividends to him. And I honestly think he's not going to perform well. I feel like he's going to be a bit too timid out there. So I know he's a good road course racer. I know he won a road course race this year, but just with everything that has happened, I do not see that Trackhouse car making a run at it this weekend. I just don't. And the next guy that I'm shying away from is AJ Almandinger. I know AJ is an amazing road course guy, right? He's got countless wins. He won at Glen. He won at the Indy Road Course last year. So many road course wins in the Xfinity Series. But look, when I see AJ Allmendinger, I pair him with a Watkins Glen, a Road America. I guess even a Circuit of the Americas at this point. I don't see him at Sonoma. His best finish at Sonoma is 7th. He's got an average finish of 24th in the Cup Series in 10 races. And Xfinity doesn't race there, and he didn't race there last year. So I look at AJ Allmendinger and I just say with Sonoma, this isn't his track. I truly believe that I think AJ will get a win in the Cup Series this year on a road course, but I do not believe it's going to be at Sonoma. I think it might be at the Indy road course again. I think he could do it at Glen. Quite a bit of road course actually this year, but I just do not see it at Sonoma. And I know he came close to the Circuit of the Americas. I know he was right there, but again, this track, something with AJ and this track, they just do not mesh well. So I am fading AJ Allmendinger. And then the last guy I'm selling is Michael McDowell. Now, I wouldn't ever say that I think Michael McDowell is going to win this race. But I think there are other road courses that you can bet on Michael McDowell for hitting a top 10 and plus money, right? This one, I not at Sonoma, and it falls into the AJ Allmendinger category. He's better at Glen. He's better at Coda, Road America. Those are just road courses where he performs better. He's got an average finish of 26 in the Cup Series, I think, in 9 races at Sonoma. I don't think he's ever had a top 10. I believe his best finish is 14th. So when I look at Michael McDowell, I just don't see it at Sonoma. And like I said, I know he's a good road racer. But it just, this track for one reason or another doesn't really complement AJ, and it doesn't really complement a good road racer in Michael McDowell. So now what I'm going to do is tell you the guys that I think you should watch for, and I think you should bet on. And it's going to go from 1 to 7. I think there's 7 guys that I can see finishing really well or winning this thing. And I'm going to rank them 1 to 7. So first off, my number 1 is Chase Elliott. He's a road course ace. He is a proven road course ace in the Cup Series. He's never won at Sonoma. That's one of the ones he doesn't have yet. And I truly think this is the year that we could see Chase Elliott win at Sonoma. He's been close in the past at Sonoma, but just hasn't been able to get it done in the Cup Series at Sonoma. He's had a really consistent season. He's actually had last month hasn't been great to Chase Elliott overall, but he's still number 1 in points, and he still is, to me, the best road course racer in the Cup Series, and that's why my number 1 is Chase Elliott. My number 2 is Kyle Busch. He's a 2-time Sonoma winner. He's been super fast all year, super consistent all year, and I just look at Kyle Busch. He's coming to a track where he loves, 2-time Sonoma winner, like I said. And I think the momentum has been with the 18 team. They've been super fast on pit road. They really haven't made a lot of mistakes recently in the last 4 races. Early on, the mistakes were there and cost him a lot, but he's actually been much more consistent the past month. It's just been he really hasn't had that winning speed. He's been right there, but just not that winning speed. I think he can get it done at Sonoma. He's my number 2. My number 3, I'm going to go with Larson. He's been close to that second win of 2022. Just hasn't got it yet. He's last year's winner at Sonoma. Again, he's been fast all year. Bit of an up and down season for Kyle Larson, but like I said, the speed's been there. It's just been the luck. I think it definitely can click this weekend at Sonoma. So he's 3. Number 4, I'm going to go with Truex, a 3-time Sonoma winner. He's also another guy, been pretty consistent. Looking for that first win in 2022. He's the first guy I have on this list without a win. He has dominated this course in the past, I would say 7 years. He's always been up front running this thing. 3-time winner, like we said. Won back-to-back years, and I think in 18, 19. So Martin Truex Jr., I think you could definitely see Martin getting the win this weekend. And then number 5, I'm going to go with another JGR car, and Christopher Bell, another guy. I know I keep pushing his name on these segments, But it's coming for Christopher Bell. I promise you, he has been so consistent all year. I actually like top 10. I like top 5, top 3 to bet on Christopher. I think those are all good bets that you can find some easy money with. Another guy, like I said, super fast all year. It just hasn't really all clicked in a race yet. I could see Christopher winning the pole. I think that's a good bet. He's already had 2 poles this year. I think Sonoma is another one. I think he's a sleeper. I think he might be around the plus 2,000 odds maybe. And I think Christopher Bell is a guy that can absolutely shock the world and get a win here. Austin Syndrick, another guy that I'm looking at. People would say he's a road course ace. I don't know. His road course Cup Series starts haven't really been all that impressive. Last year, ran up front a couple times in the road course, but then like fell off towards the end of the races. But with that being said, I mean, the guy has 4 career road course wins in the Xfinity and trucks. Like I said, he did run in that, what was that? The 22? No, not the 22. I don't know. Whatever car he was in last year doing those one-offs with Penske last year. He did run up front, but then fell off, had problems. So I also like Austin Cendrick has had a lot of speed recently. And so to me, I think he's a guy that, he can build off the momentum he's had. And I think he could possibly get it done, but I would look for top 10, top 5 bets for Cendrick. I think top 10 would probably be plus money. So that would be one that you should definitely look at. And then Chase Briscoe, another guy. I mean, you look at some of these names: Christopher Bell, Truex, Cendrick, Briscoe, Larson. They've all been so close, this year in certain instances. It just hasn't really clicked all together. And that's been it for Chase Briscoe. He's been fast recently, led some laps at Gateway, had the tire blown, and from there really could never get back up to the front. He actually won at Sonoma and ARCA. He had great runs at the road courses last year. To me, Chase Briscoe, I think, is definitely a guy that can pull this off. His really only standout run last year was at a road course, if you remember the Indy road course, where he really could have won that thing if not for that late race move he pulled on Denny Hamlin. But Chase Briscoe, like Austin Cedric, he's been fast recently. I think he can continue to build off that momentum, and Chase Briscoe could get it done. But again, another guy who might have plus money at a top 10, top 5. So I think if you're looking to bet on winners, Elliott, Busch, Larson, Truex, top 5s, top 10s, Bell, Cendrick, Briscoe, who I would say 2 of those maybe plus money. I'm not really sure. But for top 5s, they'd all be plus money. But you like to always find that top 10 that's plus money that you can cash in on. Fantasy picks, same thing. I would look at these guys: Bell, Cendrick, Briscoe, Truex, Larson, Busch, and Elliott. Those are my 7 drivers to watch for. I expect Sonoma to be hectic. I mean, it's a road course. I think it'll be wild. And I know I've said that recently quite a bit as I continue to I continue to push Christopher Bell's name and push that these races are going to be wild. And honestly, it seems to continue to happen. Christopher Bell seems to be right there each race, and these races seem to be crazy on a weekly basis. So I expect Sonoma to be nothing less. This will be another good test for the next gen car to really show what it's made of on road courses. It did a really good job at COTA, but this is a much different track than COTA. So we'll see. We'll see what it has in store for us. But like I said, one more time: 1 Elliott, 2 Busch, 3 Larson, 4 Truex, 5 Bell, 6 Cendrick, 7 Briscoe, fading the Dinger, fading McDowell, fading Chastain this weekend. Also, make sure you give me a follow at Jott Podcast, JOTT_podcast on Twitter. You can, look at my bets on there, and also just find some great content for tweets for each race. So appreciate you guys for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more content. Thanks.